Hello friends, I am DK and I welcome you all to your own channel. Friends, today in your Zero tutorial series, this is the episode number 38 and we are going to discuss the very important topic of RSI, the top set of RSI, which is known as Relative Strength Index, and you all must be knowing and must have watched also the previous episode on RSI, which was part 1 and this is part 2. In the part 1, we have learned the basic concept of RSI as to how it is arrived at and calculated and what are the main roles it performs when we do the technical analysis. Now in this part, we will understand each and every uses of RSI as a very important momentum indicator, and then we will go to the price chart to understand as to how we can apply the knowledge of RSI when we do the analysis to take our analysis to the high degree of accuracy. So friends, if you are watching this video, have not yet subscribed the channel, do subscribe the channel, enable the notification bell so that you remain updated all the time for upcoming uploads. And friends, if you are interested to know all about the channel membership, there is a link provided in the description box of this video which you can click on and check all the various types of membership program that we are running in collaboration with YouTube. What are the benefits and perks available in different membership programs, and accordingly take your decision according to your wisdom. And friends, let's move ahead to start this very important uh, understanding of RSI and its application on the price chart. So friends, let's first understand how to effectively use RSI as a momentum indicator and as a supporting tool, because we all have learned so far under Zero to Hero tutorial series on this channel is that the price and volume are the best parameters. Technical analysis is nothing but to analyze the price and volume. In order to understand the price and volume, we use different supporting tools and different indicators and oscillators. And RSI is one of such very widely used technical indicator or oscillator worldwide, and is very popular despite it was introduced to the world way back in 1978. Even today, it is very popular among majority of the technical analysts. So friends, let us understand the RSI. What are the parameters that we should focus when we study the RSI after having done the price volume analysis? First is the range of RSI over the period, because the range of RSI in terms of its value, because we all know it is an oscillator that oscillates from 0 to 100. We have understood the formula which is used to arrive at the value of RSI in the last episode, that is part 1 of RSI. And then divergence. The word very divergence indicates that RSI is telling something different while price is telling something different. Let us make it very simple. If there is a divergence between price and RSI, that is the momentum indicator, then the entire analysis gives a different perspective and interpretation that we will learn today. And third is, friends, the swings in RSI, especially after downtrending move, when market is approaching to the accumulation phase and is ready to move from downtrend to uptrend, or in uptrending move when the market finds exhaustion at the top and is ready to enter into a distribution phase, and then finally in the redistribution phase, which is known as markdown phase. So all those types of market phases, market cycles, we have already covered these topics under Zero to Hero tutorial series on this channel, and all those videos are already available in the separate playlist Zero to Hero in Hindi version and English version. So we will understand the swings and as to how swings can help us to time the position in the market and understand the market better and to enhance our accuracy on technical analysis. So let's move further to understand all about RSI and its secret. So friends, first thing, let us understand the range of oscillation. When I talk about the oscillation, I am talking about the oscillation of relative strength index, that is RSI, which moves from 0 to 100. It's a boundary defined. So possibly it can go maximum below is 0 and maximum on the top is 100. And let us understand the oscillation range of RSI with respect to the prevailing trend, so that we only do the trend analysis on price chart and RSI gives a added confirmation to it. And this is the range which I am sharing with you, is my personal observation. However, traditional use of RSI gives something another values. Even the original author has indicated it when he has introduced RSI to the world, that we have already covered in our part 1. So friends, RSI, when the market is trending up, the typical behavior of the RSI would be that RSI will not tend to go below 40, but it has a tendency to go past 60, remains for a very long time over 60, and it may go even up to 80. That shows the degree of momentum which it exhibits in the uptrending market. It will all depend whether trend is strong or trend is super strong. All these aspects are there. So I am talking about the broader range of RSI, which you will find in majority of the stocks or commodities or indices if you analyze one by one. So broader range is 40. It will have a tendency to go past 60, may extend up to 80. But whenever there is a correction in uptrending move in markup phase, you will find the RSI will not go below 40. This is the broader range. And in downtrend market, the range would be 60 to 20. It means there is a higher degree of momentum on the downside. So RSI will have tendency to go below 40 and may extend up to 20, while pullbacks takes place in a downtrending market in markdown phase. The pullback will be arrested up to 60. It will not go beyond 60 in downtrending market. Once it breaches 60, then we should analyze the price and volume action from different perspective as to whether market is changing the trend, because the texture of the market will change. That we'll understand today when we go through the price chart. Now friends, another important aspect is RSI, which is used is and very popularly used is divergences. What I mean by divergence, I briefly have explained to you. The divergence means the divergence between the price action and divergence in RSI, which is a momentum indicator. RSI is nothing but measuring the magnitude at which the price is moving up or coming down. So divergences indicates the speed at which the price is moving, as simple as that. So in divergence aspect, when the price is making on the price chart higher highs and higher lows kind of formation, which means it is in a markup phase, in an established uptrending move, but a time comes in the market when RSI fails to make higher highs, which means, to put it simply, the price is making higher high, at the same time, at that particular time, RSI is not making higher high. What it indicates? It indicates the diminishing momentum on upside. There's a loss of momentum on upside. Got it? So it is a bearish view. I'm not saying that the trend will change from uptrend to downtrend, but it gives a certain alert that if trend will not change, or maybe the possibility of beginning of the change in the trend from up to down, but it suddenly indicates that there is a possible upcoming correction. Because market continuously makes waveable formation. Impulsive wave, corrective wave, impulsive wave, corrective wave. This is the regular feature of any trending market. So, when the price makes higher high and RSI fails to do so, it is a bearish view. And then friends, in a situation may come just opposite of it. The price makes lower lows. Say the price is in a downtrending trend and it is in a markdown phase. It is making lower highs and lower lows kind of formation. So here the price makes lower low, but RSI fails to do so. It doesn't make lower low. What does it mean? There is a loss of diminishing momentum on downside, indicative of possible pullback or maybe reversal in the trend. When we combine all these divergence aspects with reversal chart pattern that we have already run under Zero to Hero tutorial series in English version and in Hindi version also. So friend, it gives an alert and analysis, accuracy of analysis goes many folds. So let us move ahead to understand the further uses of RSI, and which is very, very important. Very few people will tell you the divergence. You will find many videos available to understand the divergence aspect between the price and the momentum indicator. The only difference is some people might use MACD or simple momentum indicator, but you might have seen in this channel I do several analysis, and my favorite indicator is RSI, because it's always said, friend, that knowledge is important, but deeper knowledge is more important than wider knowledge. If you study so many things and so many supporting indicators, what in the process you are doing, you are trying to confuse yourself. It is better that select a few indicators. I am not emphasizing, I am not doing any kind of marketing for RSI. If you have selected MACD, go deep into MACD for various aspects of it. The deeper study is very, very important. That is why in engineering or medicine field or any other in another courses, why there is a specialization which is done in a particular subject. A person in medicine and medical area doesn't focus on surgery, or ENT specialist you will find. Similarly in engineering, you will find a mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electronics engineering, telecommunication engineering, or maybe IT. So it's a different field of area where the concept is to understand deep into a particular subject rather than learning so many things and getting confused. So now let's, friend, go ahead and understand further uses of RSI. Now friends, RSI is very, very important indicator. RSI swings. we should try to understand the swings in RSI, and it may be an indication of either trend reversal or upcoming major pullback. If a market is trending up and if you find the swings in RSI, which I will explain you, that means in uptrending market there is likely to be a major correction or maybe a start of the trend reversal from up to downtrend. Similarly, when you find the swings when the market is trending down, if you find the swings on RSI, that is a momentum indicator, then it gives an indication that possibly the trend may reverse from down to up, or if not trend reversal is there, it is a major pullback. In either cases, it is very, very important to understand change in the direction of the market. Sorry, friends. And it is very, very important when we combine the knowledge of momentum indicator with other studies of technical analysis like price patterns or chart patterns, trend lines, use of trend lines, price action analysis to understand the demand and supply zones, moving averages that we have covered under 0 to hero step by step. So technical analysis knowledge is very, very important. And when you have the knowledge of each and every element of technical analysis, then you are able to combine these studies to find high probability trade or a stock which offers you an opportunity for value investment. So let us go ahead and understand RSI swings. After downtrending move in the market, what happens? RSI goes below 30. Please mark my word. RSI goes below 30. Till such point, everything is normal. Why it is normal? Because there is a larger downside momentum is higher because market is in downtrending mode, in a markdown phase. But when RSI pulls back or moves up, it enters above 30. You have to find that area. It goes below 30 and then swings up and crosses above 30. And the third step is then it again comes down because the price correction is taking place. But this time when RSI corrects, it does not go below 30. Got it? And then friends, what happens? The next swings up of RSI will breach the previous swing high of RSI. What does it indicate? When RSI was showing a greater momentum on a downside, it was below 30. When buying action came in the market, RSI went above 30. When market started correcting, at that time the momentum on downside was showing a diminishing effect. So RSI did not go below 30. And soon after that, you will find that the RSI moves up because the price is also going up and breaks the previous swing high. Means the momentum on upside is increasing, which can be seen on the price action also when the price is making higher highs and higher lows kind of structure. And in uptrending market, just opposite happens. RSI goes past 70. In an uptrending on a markup phase, it has a tendency to go above 60 and may extend up to 80 that we have just now discussed. And this time RSI goes past 70 and what happens? It moves down. and enters below 70 zone on RSI. And then shows a pullback. Then RSI again goes up, but this time RSI fails to go past 70. Got it? What does it indicate? Up to this point, it is very, very clear that it is indicating the loss of momentum on upside, diminishing momentum on upside. And the next swings down, it breaks the previous swing low of RSI, which gives a confirmation of increasing downside momentum. When you combine these studies with price action on the price chart, you will find that market has started making lower highs and lower lows kind of formation. And it may be a complex correction, which is a pullback against the original trend, which was an uptrend up till now, or maybe the beginning of the downtrending move. Now let us understand these things pictorially. Say when the market is a downtrending mode, are the boundaries of RSI 70 and 30. Please pay attention to the screen. So I am just selecting the pointer so that I can explain you better. Selecting the pointer. So RSI upper 70. Usually you will find that I put 60 and 40 as my band on my customized chart. But in order to study the swings, you have to use the value 70 and 30. Now you check what happens in particular condition when the market after a downtrending move, market was falling and then such formation will happen. This kind of formation will happen. RSI was falling, it goes below 70 and 30, it goes to 30, then takes a start, of the then makes section, but this time during then the other does not go below 30. It goes up, it breaks the previous swing high, this previous swing high is broken. So this is called bullish swing breakout, which is very, very significant and understanding that the market is ready for an up move. Now similarly, if you see the boundary 70 to 30, after an uptrending move, when the market shows exhaustion on the top, what will happen? The structure there. The RSI up to this point, no technical analyst can say that market is ready for a correction or a downtrend move, unless he observes some kind of divergences on the price, in between price and momentum indicator, and goes above 70, falls below 70, but when it goes up, it fails to cross above 70, and then again corrects to break the previous swing low of RSI. It has gone down. So it indicates now there is increasing downside momentum, while at the same time it is indicating that there is a diminishing upside momentum. It's a very, very significant observation. So RSI, three uses you have to always keep in mind. After you have completed your price action analysis on price chart, then look towards RSI and see what is the range of RSI in which it is oscillating. Number two, check the divergence aspect of it. And third is very, very significant to understand is swings aspect of it that I have explained just now. Now friends, I will move towards now on a price chart where I'll explain you all these three aspects in one single chart. So let us move ahead to the price chart and start studying all these aspects so that you will have the understanding of practical application of RSI in combination with price action. So let us now understand on price chart as to how different uses of RSI can be applied to perform the technical analysis for a high degree of accuracy. What we are trying to combine is the price action with studies of momentum in a particular stock or indices or commodity or currency pairs for that matter. So friend, if you see the overall structure of the part, this is the price chart of Nestle which I am referring to, and I have chosen this stock, or you can choose any damn stock. What I am trying to build a concept in you so that you can study various charts on the lines what we are discussing today. So friends, if you see, the price was in downtrending mode in this area. What you can see, the RSI, this is the RSI, and here the RSI boundary I have selected is at 60 on the top and 40. That is, usually I keep my chart in this fashion. So what we can see, the range of RSI, the RSI during this period had a tendency to go below 40 but had no tendency to go above 60. If you pay attention, this particular zone, and once it has gone up and then uptrend started from here, it has a tendency, let me explain you, to go past 60, and it has gone as high as 76 here. And but whenever the price retraces, RSI takes support at 40 or even takes support even above 40. So here you can see the RSI is not crossing. Once the RSI has crossed below 40, you can see the price action. I am just making the chart lower. Here the downtrending move started and the price went past below 40. So this is how in uptrending market, the RSI will have a range from 40 to as high as 80. In a downtrending market, it will have a range from, it will not go past 60, but will have a tendency to go below 40 quite frequently and may extend below up to 20. So this is one aspect. Now let us see in the same chart, can we find some, this was the, let me explain you the divergence aspect of it. So on the same chart of Nestle India, it is a daily time frame price chart. What we can see here, the price has made lower low. Can we see, or else I will select some tool to explain you better. I am selecting a tool and called arrow. Here you can see the price has made lower lows. And if we see the RSI just below this low, the RSI value was 28.7, and while price made lower lows, here the RSI value was 29.47. What does it indicate? When the price was making lower lows, there was a diminishing momentum on the downside, indicating that the possible reversal. This is called bullish divergence or positive divergence. So we can see here RSI very clearly indicating the bullish divergence, and then we can see the price has gone up, corrected, but here the price consolidated at the range 40 and then developed a tendency. Here the price was taking RSI was taking resistance at the level of 60, but once the price started moving in uptrend, you can see the behavior of the price changed. It started crossing above 60, and then when correction took place, it was taking support at 40. So all these things are very, very important observation. Now let us go ahead to understand the swing aspect of it. In order to understand the swing aspect, you have to go to the RSI and then change this range from 60 to 70 and from 40 to 30, because what the rule we have understood just now a little while ago during this tutorial is the 30 and 70 aspect is considered when we check the bullish swing breakout or bearish swing breakdown. Now what we can see here is, now this range is very obvious. So let us see, can we find such situation on the price chart? Can we find such situation in the price chart where the RSI has gone below 30? So very recently in Nestle India, what we can see, the market was in a downtrending mode. Market was falling since long, and after this the market stopped making lower lows kind of formation. Here we can see the RSI which went below 30, and RSI value here was 21.5, and then RSI went above 30. We can see RSI went above 30, and then when correction took place, RSI swing, RSI fell below, but it did not go below 30. So here the RSI value did not go below 30, and then what has happened? We can see, I will draw, that means the previous swing, this was the previous swing high. After it entered the territory above 30, and then correction took place, it did not go below 30, and previous swing was given a breakout here. It has broken out here, and you can see the change in the trend. So this is the bullish swing breakout. Now let us find a similar example for bearish swing breakout. So that in this particular area, if you focus, the RSI which came down below 70, the swing up, it did not go above 70, while the previous swing low was broken. I'll mark it. The previous swing low was this was broken down, and again the RSI went up but failed to cross 60 and formed this swing, and again this swing was broken here. If I fine tune it, this was the, so two times it given the similar time of signal, and we can see the commencement of downtrend in this particular stock. So this is called a bearish swing breakdown. So RSI as a momentum indicator helps us to see various aspects. If we combine well with the price action analysis, it gives a very good clue to refine our technical analysis for a better accuracy. So friends, I do hope that today's tutorial on momentum indicator, that is RSI, will help you to enhance your accuracy on technical analysis when you combine the price action analysis with a momentum indicator like RSI. And it might have given you today's presentation a great deal of value addition to improve your skill and ability on technical analysis. And if you feel so, friends, do like this video. It motivates me. Share this video among your friend circle, known ones, trader community, so that they also get benefit out of these kind of tutorials on the channel. And friends, in the process, they can subscribe the channel to become the part of your and my family, where we adopt the principle of continuous learning. Friends, do subscribe the channel, enable the notification bell so that you remain updated all the time. Thank you very much for watching. I will be expecting your comments in the comment section of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks a lot. Looking forward to meet you soon.